question real quick. The cowboy hat, did you get that here or you guys got cowboys back in Sweden?
No, from Buc-ee's, So go Buc-ee's, great place. I love the beef jerky. We love the cowboy style. You're great.
Hey, talk about the energy, man. You guys showed out, man. There's a lot of people here.
Of course. It's the World Cup. You talk about Super Bowl here in America. You have to understand, this is the biggest sport and the biggest event in the world.
There you have it, guys. You heard it straight from him. The World Cup fever. This is what it is. It's the biggest sporting event in the world, and it's really taken over in Houston. Back to you guys.
Luis with some of his newest friends. Thank you, Luis.
So you're in Houston because you're going to see the Netherlands play in the World Cup, and you decide to go to an Astros game. What was that like for you?
So the story is actually funny because I tweeted about my arrival in Houston and I had some days to spare and asked locals for a good tip, and they tipped me the Astros game, and a guy pulled up with 4 tickets and invited me and my buddy to the game. So yeah, it was a surreal experience. Even walking up to the stadium, it felt like really big and almost like gigantic, I would say, like there was gonna be a massive experience. And we walked into our seat and I was just amazed how beautiful the ground was, and like somehow the atmosphere, it had some magical touch to it, whereas like you have a football pitch which is just pure grass. And so that was one thing that surprised me. And then also everywhere we went and sat, we had a great view on the baseball field, and yeah, that was simply amazing. Then in addition to that, what I also surprised and what I found different than football matches or soccer matches is that with soccer you're like 90 minutes kind of focused to the pitch, whereas in baseball it's more like a chill time, and there are some peak moments, for example when there's a third ball or a third strike. But other than that, people are also chilling a lot and talking with each other. It's a really fun and nice event. So I was having such a good time, like genuinely such a good time. And they won, so I caught an off-field baseball, so it was the best time of my life.
You actually caught a baseball?
I caught a baseball. It's on my Twitter as well, and people went mad about that I caught one. Like they told me like it's so rare.
It was a foul ball?
Yeah, it was an off-field ball.
Yeah, we call them foul balls here.
Oh, sorry.
That's great.
Sorry.
That's great. I've never caught a ball. Did you try a hot dog? Did you try a hot dog? What did you eat?
So that's also a fun story. It was Dollar Dog Day, so of course I had to buy loads. So I bought 6, and I got to 3 hot dogs, and then I was done.
What'd you think of the hot dogs?
They were all right. I wouldn't say it's the best stadium food I've ever had, but it was also definitely not bad. And with some good mustard and ketchup, it's just part of the baseball experience, they told me. And we had a great beer as well. So it was honestly an amazing experience.
And how are the Houston Astros fans treating you?
So welcoming. Like I tweeted where I was, and people just came up during the match, offered me a drink. I got like a merchandise from Astros. They gave me dolls from Astros. People just came up to me, say hi, ask for a photo, ask how I've been. Americans, like I wouldn't say surprised because it sounds a bit negative, but they overpassed my expectations of coming to this country. And like also users are so kind to me, and that's just how I feel now.
Americans or Houstonians were nicer than you thought they would be.
In a good way. Like of course I already expected them to be nice, but this is just surpassing my expectations. Like how friendly they are. Like there's just a guy that sees a Dutch person in Houston and he offers him 4 baseball tickets and gives him a ride safely home. Like those kind of things is very common here. What I've been told, or common, like it happens more, but in my country it just doesn't exist. Like no one would do that.
Are you a Houston Astros fan now for the rest of your life, or what?
Oh, that's difficult to say because I've only been to 1 game, and I think if you want to become a fan, you kind of have to see what's up there. But it was an amazing experience, so I would never turn against the Astros. I think that's the best answer.